Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bosco, and you're watching the Stuff That Works channel, continuing on with our grow bed series. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to take those 2x10s, and we're going to put some screws in them, as you can see here. We're going to then take and screw those long lengths. These are the 48-inch lengths into the short lengths, and so on and so forth. Not going to spend a huge amount of time telling you how to do it. It's really very simple. Just do your best to keep everything level and aligned, and it'll work out just fine. So let me cue up the next piece of video, and I'll show you exactly what the next step is. Next, we attach the long pieces to the short pieces using our drill. We'll just drill those screws in, and that's what we come up with. We'll do that again for the other side and then connect the last long piece. Again, this is donated lumber, so I wanted to keep the nicer, smoother surfaces on the outside, but that's it. So let's get to the next step. So here we have all four pieces connected. We've used our drill, we've drilled our deck screws into 2x10 piece of wood, and we're ready to put the OSB sheathing on the top of the box, or will become the bottom. So we'll get to that next. Okay, we've got our box done. We're adding the OSB sheathing onto the top. That will become the bottom, but we're basically laying it on top of the box, and we're securing it with our 1 5/8 inch deck screws. Nothing fancy here, gang. Just shore up a corner, put a screw in it, go to the opposite side, put a screw in it, and fill the middle. The other thing to notice is that I'm using the rough side of the OSB is on the outside, or will become the very bottom of the box, with the smooth side inside of it. I like it better this way, and it makes it a lot easier when I'm fidgeting around with trying to line it. So we've got our bottom added to the box. Next up, we'll do some aesthetics. And here is our box, OSB and all, with some stain on it. Don't have to worry about staining the inside. Remember, we're going to be putting a liner in here. A couple of things that I experienced, lots of different goo and gunk and grease and oils and stuff in the wood. You may want to, if you were buying this lumber, finish it a little bit better than I have here. Again, once I put the plants in it, you're not going to notice it. It's going to be okay. I'm happy with the box. It's very, very sturdy. I promise you it's going to hold all of your grow media, especially if you're using something like Hydroton. Next on, we will start the process of lining the grow bed. There they are. There's all three boxes. We're just waiting to be lined. Little change of scenery here. What we have is we have the grow box, we have the PVC pond liner, or if you're using 6mm, it'd be the 6mm painter's tarp, and the 1x2 material that we're going to use around the outside edges. One of the things I did discover as I was measuring the 1x2s, keeping in mind that this is all donated lumber, didn't cost me anything, that when the measurements came out, they came out a little bit wonky. So I had to adjust, and so some of the side pieces are going to be a little bit shorter than the long full pieces. That's okay. It's still going to look great. What we're going to do next is we'll move it back over to the workbench. We'll fill it with water, not fill it, we'll add water, about 1.5 inches of water, and we'll begin working that pond liner into the crevices of the box. It's important that you remember that you need to have enough overhang on each side so that when you put the 1x2 material, you sandwich that plastic between the 1x2 and the 2x10s, that you've got enough material there to really be able to secure it very well. And presto, we have our finished grow box. This grow box has been lined with the PVC liner. It's also been edged with the 1x2 material. You'll see some wrinkles there, but fret not, my friends, because as soon as we add the grow media and it's got that in it, it'll stretch that extra slack out of the pond liner, and it'll look nice and crisp and cool and awesome. We only have about 1.5 inches of water. That's all you really need, just enough water to create some weight so that when you push the pond liner into the corners and the edges, that it holds. And I will tell you, this is actually a much easier job to do with 2 people than it is with 1. I did use staples in this to secure it. Don't have to do that if you have 2 people. But this is it. This is the end product. This will then be repeated 2 more times, and we'll be set to start doing some plumbing, which will be another video series altogether. This is the Grow Bed. I'm Joe Bosco, and you're watching the Stuff That Works channel. See you soon.